First thing you can do for your creativity is not have a mental processing system. If you're living in this time, which you are if you're watching this video, unless you're watching us from the future, hello. Hopefully, our species didn't kill itself. If you are living in this time, you are going to be bombarded with information, whether you like it or not. Okay, so we can talk about limiting our access to screens all we want. And yes, I absolutely 100% encourage you to not be glued to your screens all the time. And I am making an effort every single day to remember that and to design my environment in a way so that I'm not constantly looking at my phone, looking at a screen. But the reality is there's no escaping it, right? All of our work is happening on it, for most of us at least. So much of our communication happens through it. So many of our daily needs are met through the screen. We are bombarded with information even if we don't look at screens. So we know our minds are not equipped for this. We haven't evolved slowly enough to adjust to this. It just kind of hit us out of nowhere. And now we have way too much input coming in and not enough time and space to process this. And so what happens is you look around, most people are tired, overwhelmed, confused, stressed out, and unable to think clearly, unable to figure out what is it that they even want or need, or let alone how to get it, because there's just too many options and too many ways to get there and too much distraction along the way. So what you want to do is you want to carve out the time to let your brain, your mind process everything that you're consuming on a day-to-day basis. Not only to pay attention to what's coming in, of course, that goes without a saying. I mean, if you eat an apple, it becomes part of your body. If you eat a piece of crap, that piece of crap becomes part of your body. In the same way, your mental body works in a similar way. If you consume a piece of content, it is going to become part of your mental body, whether you like it or not. It's not something that you can control. You can't tell it, I'm going to consume this and it's not going to become part of my mental body, at least temporarily. That's why if you listen to a song or you read something for a few days, you'll notice that that thing pops up in your mind more often because you just consumed it, so it's still showing. So not only do you want to pay attention to what is coming in, but also how are we processing this? I mean, we know that if we want to build muscle, we want to not only pay attention to what we're consuming, but we want to have a way to process it, right? We want to have exercises to process it. Your mind needs the same thing. It needs the space and the exercises to process this. The first and biggest thing you can do is rest. This is the most important thing. You have got to have space where you're doing nothing, looking at nothing, consuming nothing, not speaking, not listening, not whatever, just letting your mind rest, right? Letting your mind, your brain rest. The second thing I would do, and I highly encourage that you also incorporate some movement. So you go for a walk, you go for a hike, you go work out, but you're not listening to a book or music with lyrics, because that defeats the whole purpose of giving your mind rest. And this movement combined with space is going to allow your mind to process certain things, let them come to the surface. And the third thing I would do is have a way of organizing these thoughts, of organizing your mind. And writing is excellent for this, because when you write, you can easily see that things are not making sense. There are gaps. It's not logical. There are some things that need to be filled in here. And it also shows you all the excess or all the things that need to be removed as well. So you can also improve with subtraction when you write. The other way you can do this is if you're speaking like this to a camera and you're sharing it with people, or even if you're not sharing it with anyone, I highly recommend, even if you're not a content creator, to just speak and watch your own videos and listen to yourself, because then you can reflect, you can become more aware of your own thoughts. And the fact that you're structuring it like this and sharing it forces you to again organize your thoughts, omit the things that are not belonging there, and making sure that everything is fluid and it's got a place. Because the problem is not having too much information. Our brains can process unbelievable numbers when it comes to information. We can process so freaking much, but it needs a place. It needs to make sense. It needs to go into a certain category. Otherwise, it's just all over the place. And our minds don't know where to file it, how to file it. So we get tired and we get sluggish, and then we are not able to think creatively. We're not even able to think, period, because we are just too tired, too overwhelmed, etc., etc. So again, those things are: make sure that you're consuming the right kind of things that are nutritious for your mind. Make sure that you are taking good care of your body, as in moving and giving your mind the space to rest. And the third thing is have a habit of synthesizing or organizing this information, such as writing, speaking, etc. I'm looking at the time because I said I was going to make my videos less than 5 minutes, and I failed. I failed, ladies and gentlemen, and in-betweeners. I failed. It is 5:21 seconds. I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.